We can see
it's
why
a different
you
dance.
won.
No,
We can see
it's
why
a
you
different
won.
dance. It's a different dance. It's quite different from what I do.
Yeah.
But because I know by now when you're on stage, forget about where you come from,
Yeah.
who you are, who's
Forget about
watching.
everything and focus on this moment.
Exactly. And when I was on
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for stopping back by. Please subscribe, like, and do the most too. Comment. Today I'm not alone today. I'm with the beauty with the brains, guys. I am with Miss Eastern Cape. Her name is Tina Singalaka Nota. Thank you for joining us today, Tina. I am going to be having a conversation with Tina today. I'm going to be asking her about her journey on being Miss Eastern Cape. You see, Miss SA. I always say Miss SA. Yeah, it's Miss Eastern Cape, guys. She is Miss Eastern Cape. For now, she's Miss Eastern Cape. She's Miss Eastern Cape. So we'll see what happens in the few years. Okay, first question that I'm going to ask you is, can you please tell us about yourself?
oh, this interview is serious.
It's not that serious, guys.
Okay, I'm Tina. I am 25. Oh. Okay, I'm Tina. I'm 25. I'm a daughter. I'm a big sister to two. A boy and a girl. I am a mechanical engineering graduate.
Oh, you see, beauty with the brains.
Currently studying my diploma in project management. I am an animal lover. I'm a people's lover. I am. What else would you want to know about me? I'm a professional. No, not professional yet. I'm a championship ballroom and Latin dancer.
Oh, is that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
And
What else?
I'm a granddaughter.
Okay, granddaughter.
To a queen.
Is that?
What else would you want to know about me?
I think that's all we can you can say for now, because I have questions ready for you that you are going to answer, that we're going to get to know you better. From first question is, can you tell us about the journey of being Miss Eastern Cape? How did you become Miss Eastern Cape, girl? I mean,
okay, how did I become Miss Eastern Cape?
Yes.
Okay, I entered Miss Eastern Cape in 2018.
Okay,
because I graduated I completed my studies in 2017, graduated beginning 2018. So I've been job seeking since then, and then I didn't find anything. So I thought, in fact, a friend of mine advised me to enter Miss Eastern Cape.
All right.
So I thought, I've never entered pageants before.
Okay.
And I thought entering Miss Eastern Cape is gonna bring some sort of financial
breakthrough
assistance, breakthrough for my family and I. And then I entered, and when I got there, everyone was preparing their questions. They were preparing their interview questions for their first interview for Miss Eastern Cape, and I was sitting like, what are you guys doing? So I heard that they're being interviewed inside in order for them to enter. I asked, what are you guys being interviewed on? They told me women empowerment, and then I thought, okay, now I have to think on my feet because I didn't prepare anything.
Yeah.
So then it was my turn to go inside. When I got there, I registered Sikona, Mama Narina, and then they interviewed me. Tell us about yourself. Why did you enter Miss Eastern Cape? So I also had to talk about women empowerment. And then we made it to being the semi-finalists for East London, and then we were all given a task to conduct a project for our community. So I was confused as to what I'm doing. So I did an animal project.
All right.
At first, like when I was searching for sponsors, people would reject me, and when they reject me, they wouldn't just say, no, we can't help you. They'd ask, oh,
wow, black people for you.
Exactly. Are you a white girl? Then there's and no, I love animals, and I believe they also need help. Because you know what, Like I'm touchy with zam. If I have a puppy or a dog, when I
You
like
get
come
attached to
home
that.
from town, I would allow them to go inside the house. They would sit on my bed and wait for a cookie coming from my bag. And then if the dog is sick or it has a skin irritation, obviously I'm gonna have it because it sits on my bed.
Yeah.
And then if I have it, my sister, my brother, everyone in my family is gonna have it. So I thought let me do something about wellness of animals.
Okay.
Not just dogs, animals as a whole. So I started collecting food and doing education like
about animals.
Because back then I didn't have anyone to help me on vaccinations, dipping and all. So I submitted my first project and I made it to the final.
All right, that was different.
Yes. And so now we had to do another project for the final. So I didn't know if we should continue with the first one or we should do something new. So I continued with the first one, but tried to have a different approach to it.
Okay.
So I went to Dr. Nzengo. I call it Sisi because I don't like calling about the titles. I'm from Mama,
yeah.
Sisi. I went to Sisi Z and Danzane for her to help me with my animal project. So we did animal vaccinations and dipping in 2 different locations. I even went to Butterworth to do verbal education, not anything practical. I invited to social development to Tuzela to conduct that talk, but abantu didn't come because if you don't have freebies, abantu won't come. I only had a few people to tell about this is what I was about, but I'll come back. So now we submitted our project and we were ready for the finalists, so there wasn't grading that was needed anymore. We went to the Empowerment Week a week before the actual event for Miss Eastern
the actual pageant.
It was like a detoxing
camp
for us. It was like a rehab for us because all of us came out fresh. It like during the week it was so draining. It was so intense.
It must have been intense.
A week of talking and psychologists coming through, emotionally intelligent coaches coming through. But it was quite nice because we learned a lot from there. We were crying, hugging a lot. Yes, because like the things that they said hit home for most of us. So it was a great thing that they did it. And then
the day.
Fast forward to the
day. We want to know, now that you've done your project, you have gone through the week of boot camp of some sort, mental boot camp.
Yeah.
Now you're on the day of the pageant.
So the day of the pageant, I see familiar faces. Osis Kusha, our hairstylist. Osis Afika, were a hairstylist. Osis No, she was our hairstylist, and Mrs. Rita, they also did our makeup. And so during it, we could interact because the event was in the evening, but now we had to go there in the morning to prepare well, walk, listen to the music. Yeah. So during this time, in my head, I already had my top 3 and my philanthropist and my public choice. I even told number 3, Banawena, you're going to win. She said, I will not and in my head, Nyana, I thought, Jonga, you're going to win. So I didn't know, Bana, I was going to win
Eastern Cape.
So you were walking by and I was enjoying the crowd. Because I'm a dancer, the only crowd I know is the crowd I need to entertain with facial expressions, dancing, making sure when I make a killer move in front of you. So now having to walk and smile, it was different.
You can't make a killer move, you just have to walk. Only and smile.
Exactly. So it was different for me to walk in front of them, smile, turn, and that's it. So again, having them scream was quite nice. I couldn't wait to go with my second outfit. In fact, we danced on the day.
Is it? All right. You showed your skill. Okay. We can see why you won.
No.
We can see why you won.
It's a different dance. It's a different dance. It's quite different from what I do.
Yeah.
But because I know by now when you're on stage, forget about where you come from, who you are, who's
forget about
watching.
Everything and focus on this moment.
Exactly. And when I was on that stage, I told myself, John,
this is the moment.
Now
this is the moment.
Yeah, it's me is
Ciara. We are combined.
Yes. So I'm on the dance So that if I do not win, I know, but I enjoyed that stage.
At least they will remember me.
They'll remember that short.
Even if I don't win, but they will remember me.
I was sure there were only 2 short ladies there, and the other one was at the back. So when I was the shortest one in front, and I thought, they will remember that short girl.
They will not forget you.
Yes. So yeah, we danced, and
by the grace of God, you won.
I won.
You won.
I
won.
Miss Eastern Cape. And thank goodness they did not release the video when I like my face.
Yeah.
Because I had mixed emotions.
When
I was crying, I wanted to
call your name out.
Anyway. And Mushandiki was like, I saw that Tina came with big cousins because everyone is screaming Tina, Tina, Tina. And I didn't know because that was ringing was the music. Yeah. I didn't hear what they were saying. So I won, and then
you won. Now, what I want to ask you is, do you think Miss Eastern Cape title came at a time that you were ready for the title?
It came at a time where I was ready for the title, but I didn't know I was ready.
All right. Okay, can you please explain that?
Okay, in that same year, I applied for a job.
Okay.
I worked for a month, and then I had to resign because I think we didn't understand each other well, so much that I thought this job wasn't for me with me and the boss.
Yeah, maybe so probably it wasn't.
So I had to resign. I didn't know by now. I'm gonna resign and I'm accommodating Miss Eastern Cape. Right. So with me resigning, I had nothing else to do but my project. Yes.
Yeah.
And in the same year, I applied for my BTech to study at Walter Sisulu, but because of finances, I couldn't.
Okay.
So basically, that year I was doing.
But you have Miss Eastern Cape now. After Miss Eastern Cape, do you think you can go back and do your BTech?
I am doing my BTech this year. So I think it came at the right time because initially I wanted to be a doctor.
Okay.
I wanted to help people. I wanted to be hands-on on people's problems and making sure that I'm the one you confide in. But then again, I think I have attachment issues. So being a doctor. Being a doctor was going to leave me wounded.
Right.
So I think Miss Eastern Cape reminded me that my calling still is helping people.
You are still in the right
and if I was restricted to be in the hospital day in, day out, then I wasn't going to be able to reach the places I wanted to reach. So basically, I am doing the work of helping people, but now I'm able to identify a location and go there, identify another one the following week and work.
You are still doing your purpose.
Yes.
That is okay. That's good. How do you balance your life? What helps you to be able to balance your life through everything that is going on internally and externally? Let me say conflicts. How do you manage to balance your life?
Okay, let me say this. Miss Eastern Cape was my first pageant, like I said. So in the first 3 months, I can't pronounce R. In the first 3 months of being Miss Eastern Cape, it was quite difficult. I remember that I didn't even want to go outside. I didn't want to see people who know me. Even someone who said, Tina, Miss Eastern Cape, they gave me a fright. But then I prayed about it. I'm quite a spiritual person. I prayed about it. I asked God to show me the way because I couldn't do it on my own. And again, I spoke to Sissy Connor, who is the founder of Miss Eastern Cape, and asked her, Sissy Connor, what am I supposed to do? Because they had events that I had to go to, but I just didn't know what else to do. Events. So Sissy Connor was like, Tina, I've given you a platform. Use it. To me, it felt like that answer was not enough, but it was enough. I had to use the platform they gave me. So one thing that helped me was making sure that I had a team. The only team I could have was my family at that moment because my friends are busy. So my mom was my team. In fact, still is. In fact, my family is my team. Let me not say this and this does this and does that.
Your whole family steps in.
Is my team. And my partner also was hands-on, still is hands-on. So that's how I cope. What else can I say? I make sure that I do not do something that is not within my ability.
Okay.
I first fix me in order for me to fix you.
Exactly. Oh, speaking of partners, your partner is part of your team. That's what you said. How did he take it? You becoming Miss Eastern Cape. All of a sudden, his girlfriend is Miss Eastern Cape.
He said he knew it.
Like the pressure that you're getting now, the being popular, people knowing you, people recognizing you in the streets of East London. There's Miss Eastern Cape. There's Miss Eastern Cape. How does he take it?
He know, like he just acts like he knows what to do, because if someone comes and says, "Now, Miss Eastern Cape, can we take a picture?" He'll now be like, and then he'll just take my purse, take the phone, and take the picture.
Oh wow! So he was ready. And he's also running for a pageant as well.
Yeah,
also. Guys. He's running for Mr. and Miss Busy. Okay, I hope he wins. I hope he does become so that you are the family that walks.
The family that walks.
What else? Let me just check. All right, you won prizes at Miss Eastern Cape. What did you do with those prizes? Can you tell us the prizes that you won and how did you utilize them?
Okay, you know what I always say? There's a difference between a sponsor, there's a difference between a gift. A sponsor, a gift, and a prize. A gift doesn't always have to be tangible.
Okay, a gift.
A gift is eternal.
Right.
Like, no one can take it away from me.
Okay.
So the empowerment week was my biggest gift. I remember at the end of the empowerment week, I was like, even if I would go home,
you're okay.
Nothing else matters, because what I got here is more than what I thought.
You have been empowered.
Yes, so that was my first thing that I won, the empowerment week. I won the empowerment week.
Okay.
We all
that
won
is
the
your
empowerment
first prize?
Week. Yes.
Yeah, that is a prize for attendance.
Yes.
Prize for, yes.
And then prizes, I won things that are tangible now. I won designer perfumes. Did I say designer perfumes?
Yeah, I think.
Yes, I won designer perfumes. Not just one.
Okay.
I won designer perfumes. I won a bursary to study my project management course at MSc
which you are doing at the moment.
Yes. I won a bursary to study a leadership course.
Okay.
I won a laptop.
You won a laptop? Okay.
Yes. The latest. I'm not gonna say which brand because it's not
fine.
paid.
It's fine. You see people with brands, they can't name.
It might be that brand.
The brands that can name brands.
It's not gonna pay you for your channel, CC.
No, it won't. I'm sorry.
Exactly. And then my sponsor was all Sis Kush and Sis Noxie. They did my hair and makeup. They do my hair and makeup for any appearance, any shoot.
Okay.
Sis Amanda Lunke. She has a boutique in Vincent. It's Beauty Evolution. I wear her clothes. And Mitsubishi transports me. Like, they give me a car or they transport me if
you have to be at an event.
So those are my prizes.
Oh, those are nice prizes. You recently held an event. Walk in it. Can you tell us about that event?
Okay, the event, ne? Let's first start with the name Walk in It.
Walk in It, yes.
Most of the time we usually have topics. Maybe we say my story, his glory. Then we have that topic for like a month. Following month, there's another topic. So now there was this topic, Walk in It. So right through that month, like, you know, I'd go to church. In fact, I'm sure everyone goes through that. I'd go to church, this Sunday, I connect, like I feel it.
You feel the Spirit of God. You are in touch with the Spirit of God. You're like me and the Spirit of God. We are like this.
We are within.
And then the Spirit of God decides to, girl.
So other Sundays,
the Spirit does not pitch up.
No, not about pitch up. But you know, sometimes if you have a lot to do, you think about, oh, my laundry is not done yet. Oh, what am I doing this week? So it happens like that. But with the topic Walk in It, right through that month, I was present.
Okay.
So I loved the topic, and I thought, let me use it for my event because it ties with what was being preached that month. Yeah, the event purpose ties with
Okay,
what was being preached
what
that
was
month.
the event about?
It was uniting influencers.
Okay.
It was to make sure that aspiring influencers know who to go to for help, because no one is going to do anything that you want.
Okay, around
you.
East London, that is.
No one can do what you want for you, or they won't do it as perfectly as you want it to be
Want
done.
it to be done. Yeah.
So now I thought, let me do this event, and just for us to know each other, and that was the main purpose of it.
Just to.
And I wanted to invite different influencers, not to have influencers in modeling or influencers in music, because people thought I'm talking about YouTube influencers or Instagram influencers, and it's not about that. I think that's why some other people didn't
pitch.
And you know what? They missed out, because we've learned a lot from that event.
Okay.
One was talking about social media presence, how to gain followers. Because, you know, sometimes if you want to collaborate with brands, you need to have followers.
Followers, yes.
Yeah, but and then one spoke about how she started her makeup career, the ups and downs she went through. And then Anela spoke about Eastland Fashion Walk. That's the beginning of our career as models in Eastland. Most models in Eastland, and that's where they started. Sikona was talking about how she founded Miss Eastern Cape, the ups and downs she went through as the founder. So it was different topics in one day.
Right.
So
it was just like an empowerment event for young people, not necessarily women, but for young people around East London who want to make an impact to other people. Yes. Okay, I think let me just say thank you very much. Okay, one last question before we let you go. One last question before we say goodbye to Tina. What do you want young people to know about let me just say, what do you want young people to know about starting something?
Okay, one thing I want young people to know about starting something is that, first of all, not all of us are academics.
Okay.
Or not all of us are called to be academics. Or not all of us are lucky enough to go from school straight into your first job. So fear is normal. Fear is healthy. Because if you don't fear doing something, then
something's wrong. Something is wrong.
So if you fear doing what you think about, or you're doing something that you envision, it is a good thing, because that's where you start.
Okay.
Because when you fear, obviously there are going to be fails, and those fails are what's going to teach you on as to what you must fix for the following time you try.
Okay.
So that's what I want to say to them, is that fear is healthy. Do it scared. Do it even when you're not sure if it's going to work or not. Fail and try again.
I always say that. I think on my first video, that's what I said. Start even if you don't know what you're doing. But once you start, then you will find direction in the way.
Exactly. And they should not fear asking people for help. Okay. Rejection is good, because you know that you won't knock on that door again. They're going to come to you.
Exactly.
Because it doesn't mean that door is closed, but at that moment, those people didn't see themselves with you at that moment. Exactly. So they're going to come back if they still think your initiative is a good thing. They're going to come back for you. So knock on those doors. If you want to knock on 10, 3 are going to fail, but maybe 2 might come back and say, you know what? We want you.
Guys, you heard it here first from Miss Eastern Cape. Fear is healthy, fear is good, and don't fear rejection. Knock on those knock on those doors and be courageous to do what you want to do. Thank you very much, Tina.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. Thank you. Guys, please subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to dislike. Don't dislike. Don't. Dislike? That's what my boyfriend says. Dislike if you have to. Like, no, don't dislike my videos, guys. Like all the way, but do interact, comment, subscribe. Please, guys, thank you very much for having us today.
Thank you for having me. Why don't you... I'm Tina Nota on Instagram.
Oh, yeah, guys.
Thank you for asking.
Guys, who are you? If the people want to follow you, where can they
It's
find
Tina
you?
on Instagram, and then on my bio, all my work that I've done and linked to it.
There.
So you're gonna...
On Facebook? Are you on Facebook?
Yes, it's Tina Nota on Facebook as well.
And you have another
Page,
which
I
is...
have other pages.
Uh-huh.
I'm a hairstylist. In fact, I'm a beautician. So you can find me on Patient Pearls, but it's also linked to my bio.
So everything is linked to your bio. You are Tina
Nota.
Tina Nota.
Tina with an H, Nota without an H.
On Instagram. So please do the most to go and follow Tina, and you will see everything she does on her bio. Thank you very much.